Hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Northernlion and Dan Plays Hearthstone Badly. What's going on, Ryan?
Nothing much, I built a gimmicky deck for this gimmicky Tavern Brawl, and I'm excited to see how it works out. What I like is that it gave us the chance to include our favorite card.
And what card is that, Ryan?
I don't even know if I can do it with my congested voice right now. It's like, mind if I roll need?
That's like a 70-year-old smoker loot holder.
That's what happens when you roll need too much.
So we're doing on Thursdays. The Tavern Brawl is going to come out, so that's exciting because it changes things up. And when we were talking before the start, I'm like, oh, I'm really fired up about this. We get like double death rattle, and Ryan's like, it's okay.
It's all right. These are the kind that actually were well matched. But if you go and you play against randoms, some of them will have janky decks, but some of them will be like, I have every card ever made since the existence of the game, and I'm gonna put them all in here and just make you feel bad about yourself.
What was your overall strategy when building this deck? Without spoiling, or for me.
Well, what I did is I brainstormed. I was like, what class is gonna be best for this? And then I selected a deck with that class and typed Death Rattle into the filter and selected all of the minions I think are actually good.
Got it. Did you have a lot of options in terms of going class to class with Death Rattle?
I think I had to take about 6 non-Death Rattle cards.
Okay.
But I took them because I thought they were good. I wanted to put some spells in here. I think that works, but maybe it'll be bad. I don't know.
All right, you ready to do this?
I'm good to go.
All right, let's do it. One can only hope of the dream head. Oh, we want to clarify one thing. So we're keeping a side pot. I know we kind of threw some things around, but we're going to keep a side pot of how many times Loot Hoarders played that Ryan plays and how many times I play it. And that's going to be like a little side pot.
Well, I'm way down in games right now, but I'm way up in Loot Hoarder. Yeah. I got you 4-1 on Loot Hoarder right now.
I think 4-0. I don't think I've
4-0?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been hanging it. Whoa, I'm not playing you.
Yeah, you just click Brawl.
That wasn't very smart, was it?
It's alright, you concede, give that guy a free pack, and then we'll play each other.
Yeah. Guess the opponent's name I was playing.
Big Frosty.
That's pretty good, though.
That's not bad.
I was playing Da Beast 153.
How was I supposed to guess that? Even if I somehow got Da Beast.
I mean, that would be next level freaking... But what you said, Frosty the Snowman?
Big Frosty, yeah.
That's what you were in Vegas. All right.
That's how I feel right now.
Ooh, did you get the dream hand or no?
I'm telling you if I got the dream, okay?
You gotta tell me.
You'll know when it happens, if it happens.
All right. Whew. I'm kind of fired up about this.
How did you do in the game that you played that was not against me?
I did okay. The guy was just dragging it out, and it was like, come on, guy, it's just gonna happen. You're gonna.
Right, yeah. Wait, so you won?
I won. Yeah, I did win.
That's impressive, man. Because Tavern Brawl is just go to Reddit and look at what everybody's typing, and then put as many of that card as you can in your deck.
Oh, I wasn't playing Tavern Brawl. I was keeping it kosher for you.
Okay.
I didn't want to open up Christmas before I sat down with Santa.
Well, doesn't Santa have to show up before you open up Christmas?
It depends.
I like that. This guy's gonna get 2 spare parts. I didn't even consider that.
So basically, my strat when building a deck is I just spammed it with every death rattle. I'm not even sure it made sense.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have a unifying theme either, but... Well, I do. It's death rattle, but... Apart from that, I do not know.
All right.
I'm pretty stoked that it's turn 2 and you have 10,000 cards in your hand.
That happens. Hey, my life, I don't want to say my life is mundane, but there's relatively few, I don't want to say exciting things. My life's, I have no complaints, but there's
I don't know why you're being so defensive about your life here.
Well, I got to tell you this.
It's your life, do whatever you want to do.
I just got to tell you this story because I feel like it's something worth sharing that's going to make your life better.
I would love to hear it.
Okay. So, about 3 months ago, I have just a small office suite outside of my home just to, clear the air and, get out. Sometimes you just got to get out. You used to ride bikes, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You used to run until you tore your meniscus, right?
Yeah, it's a long history of accidentally injuring myself and then sitting in this chair a lot.
All right, so it's like a couple months ago, and sometimes I get Amazon packages, and
Yeah.
it happens. So I get a package at my office door, and it's a rice cooker. And
Okay,
do
yeah.
you do a lot of ordering off Amazon?
I have ordered off of Amazon before in my life.
But you do it like on a regular basis where you don't know what's coming?
Yes.
Okay.
I would say yes.
Okay, so it's one of those moments where I'm like, I don't know if I ordered this rice cooker. So I looked it up and I didn't order it, right? So it's sat in my office for like, hold on. It's sat in my office for like 3 months, and then I took it home like, all right, we're going to try and use this thing. So it's completely changed my life. So this rice cooker, you put the rice in, you put in like 1 cup of rice or 2 cups of rice and 2 cups of water.
Yeah.
And then it's good for like 3 or 4 days, like restaurant quality. It's so good. So like I'll wake up and for breakfast 1 scoop, lunch 1 scoop, dinner 1 scoop, snack 1 scoop. And it's not like a scoop, but just like you go by, you take your spoon and you take a spoonful, and that's enough for that moment.
I understand, yeah.
Would you consider doing that?
We have a rice cooker, man.
Do you keep it filled up?
Absolutely.
All the time?
Pretty much all the time.
So why have you been holding out on me?
I don't think I've been holding out on you. It's hard to convince people to buy a rice cooker.
But, I mean, if it's changing your life, like, do you use it that much?
We use it probably like 4 times a week.
But you're scooping on the daily, right?
I'm scooping when I have lunch. I'm scooping when I have dinner.
But that's like life-changing. Like, you don't have to do anything. You just wake up, scoop, and that's it.
It's just in there, yeah. The rice is always good to go.
I'm slightly disappointed.
I don't understand why though.
Because you've been holding on to this rice secret for so long.
Whenever I tell anybody else about a rice cooker, they either go, "I already got one. It's changed my life," or they say, "I don't need that. I'll just use a pot."
Well,
it's an uphill battle that I've been trained to not partake in.
Well, I guess you just forgot your old boy Dan.
I'm sorry, Dan.
Well, that's.
I'm also frightened about your deck here, honestly.
Why? I'm just spamming.
I know, but I think your deck is better than mine. That like Nerubian egg play. First off, I'm a little insulted, but
why is that?
that
Why is that a spam play?
No, it's just it's egg. Get it? All right, let's see here. I don't know if I have lethal, but if I miss it, comments are gonna go fucking wild. So
I was trying not to touch that hot button because I feel it's like a fire. If you just let it alone, it'll die out. And I didn't want to take out the billower. But I looked at your comments; they were pretty civil, though.
Yeah, I agree. I'm way too lazy to do math here. Let's look at this.
Will you answer the question though? Because people are like, "Oh, you missed the lethal in the last."
I did miss lethal. Yeah.
But did you do it on purpose? That's what the question was.
No, I didn't do it on purpose. We just weren't paying attention. Well, I wasn't paying as much attention as I should have.
I think that people should come to expect that when we play. It's like we're not gonna be box and Cobalt Streak in the Tournament of Fire. Ooh.
I have to be honest, I think I got extremely lucky there.
Wait, what just happened?
I didn't miss lethal for once.
How did you face me?
I had a spell called Kill Command, and it does 3 damage to any target. If you don't have a beast, if you do have a beast, which I did, it does 5 damage. So that plus hero power, plus the double death rattle on Leper Gnome, which did 4 damage to face, was just enough to get you.
Wait, so did you pop me for 10 on each one of those 5 bangers?
No, that one's only 5. That doesn't have any death rattle effect.
Got it. Well, let's run it back. If I hit Brawl Friend, does that just take you back in?
I think so. You are waiting for Dan Gheesling to join the Brawl.
Okay, cool. Well,
I know it's a bad thing to say when you're up 1-0, but I want to change my deck.
Do you want to swap it out? You just faced me.
No, well I can't swap it. I've got to rebuild it. So.
Oh. Well, it's against our no sideboard rule, anyways.
Yeah, it's true.
Hey, you're a hunter.
I'll let it ride.
I just picked. You're using my kryptonite against me. Wait, I might say, is that the first game you've never played it? Ooh.
But you didn't play it either, so we're... Oh! All right. We're all on the level here.
Happy Feast of Wintervale.
Happy Feast of Wintervale, Dan.
Hey, Happy Feast of Wintervale. Are you a emote guy when you play?
Feast of Wintervale.
I always say Pleasant Feast of Wintervale.
You do?
And then if they do something amazing, I'll do like the wow emote. Like I was playing Arena last night, and I was about to kill this dude. They dropped like a 0/7 spell damage +2 and a spell that wiped my board. It's like, wow, amazing.
So you don't feel like this is condescending?
Feast of Wintervale.
I think greetings is not condescending.
I wonder.
Well played is condescending. Like after you do something awesome and then you go like, ooh, well played.
Well played.
Oh, you well played yourself?
Yeah, it's like I got you.
All right, hey, can you turn up your volume?
Oh, dude, get ready.
Hey, speaking of mind if I roll need.
Hey, Dan.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. So good. Speaking of rolling need, I don't know.
Yeah.
On the last NLSS, Nick briefly mentioned playing WoW on the show. Would you actually consider that?
I've never played World of Warcraft in my life, so I don't know. Probably not. Seems a little late to get in the game. You know, it came out like 12 years ago.
Is it that old?
2004, I think.
What were you doing 12 years ago?
I was in like 10th grade. That's about it.
What's the? I know the worst trouble you got in grade school. What's the worst trouble you ever got into in high school?
I didn't get into any trouble in high school.
I find that extremely difficult to believe.
And I'm being honest with you, the worst trouble I got into in high school. Whoa!
See, I knew it.
The other thing is like, do I want to tell this story?
You gotta tell it now. Mind if I roll Steed?
I knew there was gonna be a Dread Steed in here. It's the only thing that makes sense.
I thought about crafting another one, but don't sidestep the high school initiative.
I know. One second. What do I want to play here? I mean, that's good.
Let me guess. Did you unleash a harem of chickens throughout the halls of your high school?
No, I wasn't that much of a very good bad boy.
The beasts betray me.
Did you tell a teacher to F off?
I threw my textbook in the trash can and said, why don't you go get it? No, in 10th grade, I wrote a letter to the editor of our newspaper because our school is like, it was not a like wealthy private school. It was like, I'm not going to say it's decrepit. In hindsight, I'm actually pretty pleased with the education that I got there. But we had like ratty old textbooks and like ancient computers. And our school was like, hey, we got like a $10,000 grant from the government. What are we going to use it on? We're going to use it on a new curtain for the stage in our cafeteria. And I was like, well, that's stupid. Like, why would you do that, right? So I wrote a letter to the editor, and I was basically, might have oversold it a little bit. What does this sludge belcher do? Okay.
Wait, can you give us a brief overview? Hold on, that's Gabe calling.
Yeah.
Can you give us a brief overview of what the letter said?
It was just like, you know, basically our school supplies suck. Please God, don't spend the money on this freaking curtain. Spend the money on our education instead. You know, give it to the kids. And then maybe phrasing on that one, but and I was like, okay, cool. And then I didn't realize they printed it. So like 2 weeks later, I stroll into the cafeteria and everyone's like, whoa, there he is. And I'm like, what do you mean there he is? And then they're like, you wrote that letter you wrote to the editor? It's in the paper today. And I was like, oh shit. And then I spent like the next 3 days being like super concerned that I was gonna get called into the principal's office and like, you know, ream. But then I wasn't, so it's all good. I didn't really get into trouble for it, but definitely I did have some teachers talk to me and be like, hey man, like we sort of agree with you, but at the same time, you shouldn't have written that.
Well, let me ask this. What propelled you... good game, by the way. Like, you're going to win, but I just wanted to play this combo just because
Sure,
it'd probably be cool. What propelled you to do it? Because most of the time if you write a letter to the editor, it's for extra credit.
Yeah, no, this was just of my own volition, just because I was the nerd.
But you something like, "Geez, Louise, our textbooks are just not getting it done." And what do we need, a
Basically,
carpet?
yeah.
Like, did you have this conversation with your friends, or you just took it upon yourself? And like,
I just took it upon myself, and I guess I didn't have enough homework that night to distract me, so I decided to write a letter to the editor.
did you tell your parents about it when it got published?
No, after it got published, they were like, "Well, this is a surprise." But no, I did not tell them. I did not tell them in advance.
Do you think there's a chance somewhere that letter's archived?
It's possible, but I mean, it's not going to be that much of an artifact,
What do you mean?
I mean, it's just going to be like me being angry about our textbooks, but I suppose it's theoretically possible.
Well, I just imagine the punctuation and dictation on that letter to be
Well, I
like...
was only in like 10th grade, so
Yeah, but
it's
your
not-
10th grade is probably like everyone else's graduate school.
Yo, this was like a little on the short side. Give me a second. I'm going to make another deck, and we can go for a third one.
Okay.
I think I can make it fast enough, and I know exactly what gimmick I want as well. You keep talking. What was the most trouble you got into in high school, Dan?
Actually,
That you can talk about. The statute of limitations is done.
high school is where I learned, and this is, if you're in high school, just plug your ears. High school is where high school is where I learned how to do stuff and get away with it.
Yeah.
So like middle school is when I got in trouble, and I already told you that story, so I'm not going to tell you when I punched the kid in the Speedo.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I remember.
But I really didn't get in a whole lot of trouble. I was good at avoiding it. I had a older sibling, so I'd hang out with her friends, and they kind of taught me the ways of not getting in trouble. So it was pretty decent. I will say that I'll tell you this story, and I didn't get in trouble, but I had this sophomore history teacher who was really, really tough and really, really strict. And we had a geography quiz, and around her entire room were all these maps. And on quiz day, she would, I don't know if you remember those maps, and there's like 8 of them on the same roll, and you pulled one down, and like...
Whoa! Mathis opened Madame Goya. Did you see that?
No, we're not friends.
Okay, good. Continue.
But I'm talking about those old maps where you pull it down, and then, oh, there's Zimbabwe, and then you pull another one down, oh, there's the Costa Rica. So we had this quiz, and she covered every map except the one behind me, and this was like a really big test. And whenever her deal was, whenever we had a quiz or test, she would leave the room.
Oh, why though?
Just as she was that kind of teacher where she would test our ethical limits.
Oh, that's nice of her.
So she walks out the room, and the class is dead silent, but you can make googly eyes at people and dick around and stuff.
Yeah.
So I look behind me, I do a double take. I'm like, the geography map is the same one she left behind me. So I went through this internal debate with an evil egg and an angel egg on each shoulder, saying, just look at it and fill it out, and she's never gonna know. So needless to say, I'm not saying I cheated, but if there was an opening, I might have slid into the DMs. And then so we come out the next day or the next couple days, she comes back and, she talks about grading the test and talks about the grades in the test. And she goes, but there were 5 of you that had access to this map. And are you ready to play?
Yeah, let's do it.
Had access to this map. And she goes, I'm not accusing anyone. I'm not saying that I know who did it. But if you did it, turn yourself in and you'll get a 0. If not, and you get caught, then you're going to fail the quarter. And and you had 5 minutes to make a decision. Hold on, let's do this. You have 5 minutes to make a decision. So let me ask you this. If you were in that situation, number one, you probably wouldn't have had to look back at the map. Is that right?
I'm telling you 100%, I have never cheated on a test in my life.
That's not surprising.
It would not have even dawned on me to cheat on the test. But would I have turned myself in? Probably not. I'm a coward.
But
I probably would have just taken, if you look at it logically, you're so I can either fail or I can get 100.
Yeah.
I'd probably take the 100, I guess.
But let me ask this, would you have thought to look around in your environment?
Oh no, I would have been too focused on pointing out Costa Rica on the test itself.
So let me ask this, do you think any less of someone that might have looked back at the map?
No, not in hindsight, no.
Would you have turned someone in? That looked at the
Why?
map?
Did you get turned in?
I haven't got to that part of the story yet. So would you have turned someone in?
No.
You would have. You
I
would
would
have.
no. I would not have.
It took you so long to think about it. Are you just saving face for YouTube? Were you?
I would not. I swear to you, I would not have.
Are you a stoolie? I could see Melf turning someone in, but you?
Yeah, me too.
So anyway, so long story short, she. Long story short, she didn't tell us her grade. She just posted them on the door the next day.
Yeah.
And that walk up to that door was probably, I'll never forget those like 10 steps of my life.
Why?
Because you're like, you found out if you got caught or if you failed the semester based on her leaving a map down.
That's fair. Well, did you get caught or did you get 100?
Remember, want to bring this full circle? Remember what I told you about high school?
Yeah, you found out how not to get caught.
Mind if I roll maps? Ooh,
Mind if I roll maps?
Do I want to clear you? No, I don't want to clear you. But yeah, so I was really kind of, outside of that one academic indiscretion, I was pretty good.
I mean, in freshman year, like, I didn't really get into trouble, but I did talk a lot in class. But I always had, like, these bullshit moments that annoyed me. Like, I'd be talking to my friends, and the teacher would be like, hey, be quiet. And then my friends would be talking really loudly, and I'd be like, yo, guys, can you be quiet? I'm trying to do my homework. And the teacher would be like, that's it, get out to the classroom. What are you talking about? I'm trying to self-police here.
Hold on a second. Ooh, I should have done that first. Ooh, sorry. Okay, so you're saying that that's the most you got in trouble. See, I could see you getting in trouble. Did you ever correct the teacher for something they said that was false that you knew to be true?
I don't have a story like that, but I do have a story where we were playing this alphabet game in like 3rd grade. So the teacher would be like, okay, name a country that starts with this. And then you go like, okay, so A, you'd be like Argentina, Bolivia, whatever. And you go through the whole alphabet. And I answered like the first 3. And then the teacher was like, okay, Ryan, you got to give other people a chance. And then she's like, name a country that starts with D. And the whole class is fucking stumped. Like, everybody's racking their brain. Oh, a country that starts with D, does one even exist? And I'm sitting there squirming in my seat like, Denmark, hello, Denmark. And then it's been like 5 minutes of this, and I can't hold it in. I shout out, Denmark! And then she's like, okay, that's it, mister. Like, you're on the silent treatment for the rest of the game. I was really mad.
That's funny that you remember that, but I mean, that's like reverse ADD?
I guess. Get that out of here, man.
That's crazy, man. So like the whole class didn't know, and you were just sitting there like,
because they didn't watch enough of the 1994 Lillehammer Olympics.
I bet you did as a kid too.
Of course, I had the Super Nintendo game, man. I mean, Lillehammer's in Norway, but Denmark had a pretty good ski jumping team. All right, Dan, this is the whole theme of this deck.
Okay. You just changed face so I could save place.
But there's no death rattle minions anymore.
No. Wait, hold on. Look at my tiny fin Murloc.
Yeah.
What do you notice about him?
I mean, I think I know what you're saying here.
Are
you saying that sword might not be a sword? Is that the implication here?
I'm saying that's another Disney Aladdin Lion King. Hey, can I ask you a question?
Sure, yeah.
Do you have a photographic memory?
No, I do not.
Do you think you have like a Xerox memory?
What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
Not quite as good as a photograph. Look at that photograph.
Right, Nickelback. All-time classic Canadian band.
Do you have like a Polaroid memory?
No, I think I just have like a good memory. I'm not one of those guys you see on like, the Sally Jesse Raphael show, and they show them like They read a book in like 2 seconds. They're like, "Oh, ask me what it says on page 65." Later on.
But do you feel like? Well, let me ask this: how did you on your? What's a Canadian standardized test?
We don't really have them actually.
So how do you gauge whether or not a higher ed university is going to accept such a Ryan Letourneau?
They go on your marks throughout high school instead of simply one standardized test taken on a Saturday.
What are marks?
Oh, you guys don't call them marks. Sorry, grades.
I think they called them marks in like the 1950s. And why do you have to say grades like an American?
I don't know. Why do you have to make me say grades like an American?
Well, how do you say greds?
We say grades. I don't understand.
That's not how you said it, though. Don't skunk me again with my snuffleupagus.
I could, but I'm gonna maybe choose not to. I don't know, man. Maybe I'll do it.
I wonder.
Is Nickelback Canadian?
Yeah. Extremely Canadian.
Do you think the hatred is justified?
For Nickelback?
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of a meme. Did I say something funny?
You caught me mid LaCroix sip.
Ooh, what flavor? Pamplemousse?
Close. I found the top S tier, S++ tier, LaCroix.
Okay, passion fruit.
No, I haven't tried
Peach
it.
pear.
No. You're sleeping on it like...
Coconut?
No, you're sleeping on it like Tiddlywink Seed game you just released.
Lime?
Oh.
I don't know. You got to tell me.
It's melon pomelo.
Oh, we don't get those down here.
Have you ever tried it?
No.
I'm gonna have to ship you a case. It's that good.
I did have like a, kid in a toy store on Christmas Eve moment when we were in Portland. We went to like the Whole Foods. I was like, they got so many flavors of LaCroix. Get passion fruit. We can get coconut, peach pear. You know what we get in Canada? Lemon and lime.
That's it?
That's it. They don't care about us at all.
I feel bad.
And lemon is lime, man. As far as I'm concerned, it's the same flavor.
That's really bad. I'm sorry. There's like a wide accoutrement of flavors. Ooh, baby, look at all that purple dust. There's so many flavors, I can't even keep up with them. Wait, so you have lime and lemon? That's it. Do you at least get the tall, skinny cans?
No, we only get the normal, like, soda can style.
I'm not even going to act like I'm not bowing to consumerism. The only reason why I drink LaCroix is because they come in those cans.
Oh, fuck. At the start of your turn, destroy all minions. God damn it. Really?
Look at that photograph. Brian, did you go to any of your high school dances or middle school dances?
I went to one in freshman year.
Which was it, like homecoming or?
No, it was just like, it was the first dance. And I was like, high school is like prison. You gotta slow dance with somebody at the first dance or become someone's bitch.
Act natural.
You doubled up on him?
I actually didn't realize, but yeah, if you use that card, it's like when this minion dies, summon it again. But I guess you summon it twice because of the death rattle doubling.
Well, say hello to your grandfather then.
Oh man, where'd you get that photo? Can you imagine going to somebody's house and they have like a painted photograph or a painting of that Nerubian egg?
Pappy. So you went to, what propelled you to go to that dance?
You gotta make a good showing at the first dance, man.
Were you decked out in Yeezy head to toe?
I probably wore like my favorite champion shirt or something. I don't even remember.
Did you dance?
I danced.
Like slow and fast?
Slow and fast, yes.
Do you remember any of the songs played at your Frosh Slush?
I was big into Jump Around.
Okay. Everyone can dance.
Because that's
to that.
like, you can't be bad at dancing during Jump Around. You gotta have a certain base of cardiovascular strength, but apart from that, they tell you what to do.
Yeah.
And then I slow danced to Shakira's classic "Underneath Your Clothes."
How does that go?
Underneath your clothes, there's an endless story.
That sounds like Nickelback.
Well, that's just my fault, honestly. Shakira is innocent in this.
For
And then I also what's that Christina Aguilera song that's like oh, you are beautiful. Yeah, no matter what they say. That's the one.
Did you know the girl you danced with, or did you ask some just random girl?
Oh, I went to a school that had a graduating class of 80, so we knew everybody.
So did you ask like your go-to side piece, or was it just like a friend?
Well, she wasn't a side piece. She wasn't a main piece either, but now before we get lethal, like it's a misplay if you don't roll need before lethal.
Mind if I roll need?
I didn't mean to offend any of the female persuasion by saying side piece, by the way.
I mean, I was a little offended as well. I don't
Your
know what
Switzerland's
kind of,
rubbing off on me.
what kind of stuff you thought I was getting down to in 9th grade, but
All right, let's wrap this up. But I got a deck for you to guess.
okay, please.
And you didn't peep any of my decks, right?
No. You think I watch your YouTube channel? Come on, man.
All right. So this is a deck named after 2 rappers that Kanye West mentions in a song
Okay,
that he may have performed for.
is it Cameron and Jay-Z?
Ooh, got it. The deck is Jay and Cam. Nicely done. That's the first one you got.
Okay, Jay and Cam. Jay and Cam.
I don't know. I think I just listened to the song while I was building it.
Well, that doesn't really give it. This is really like a 1 in 9 chance. I don't know. I'm gonna say Shaman again.
Oh, it's Paladin.
Okay, well, and the theme is irrelevant, I suppose.
Yes.
Okay, well, it's a Paladin secret deck.
I don't even know what it is. It's like my
Doesn't
worst
have a
deck.
theme.
No,
Just-
that was a quest deck where you're just grinding for
Oh,
gold,
okay, yeah.
10 cents an hour. All right, well, thank you guys so much for watching our first Tavern Brawl episode. We'll be back on Saturday for the next episode. Ryan, congrats! That was your first win.
It was. It feels good. I mean, what more can I say? We got some good stories. We got some gimmicky decks. It was a good time.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed it, click the like button and read the description to watch Ryan's perspective so you could see him get uncomfortable when I asked him if he danced with the side piece. I'll see you guys next time. Later.
Later.